Hey everybody, this is Coach Smith coming at you with one more video. Now this topic is not being heard. We've all dealt with that. All my life I've heard, people have told me this and told me that, what I should do, what I shouldn't do. No matter how right I thought it was, no matter how committed I was to it, no matter how much of a desire I had to do it, there was always somebody to tell me, you shouldn't do this, or you should do it this way. You ever met somebody in your life who always has something to say? I mean, always has something to say? That no matter how wrong they were, they always felt that they were right. We call them know-it-alls. I've gone through that. But one thing you have to do now, you have to start tuning people out. Because I said in the previous video, if you have a gut-burning desire to do something, you have to be heard. You have a voice. When you were first born, and you come out your mother's womb, the first thing you do is what? You cry. And when you cry, you express yourself as a baby because you don't know how to talk yet. That is your speaking. But what's the first thing your parents tell you to do? Shh, be quiet, go to sleep. You are already told not to be heard. You are always told to be quiet. But as you get older, people always contradict and always dictate what you do in life. And I'm here to tell you, you have a voice. Stop letting people tell you to be quiet. And that's one thing I want to tell you. You have to quit being so passive. Because once you keep everything bottled up, if you don't speak your mind, one day you will explode. One day you're going to explode so much to where you're in a situation that you can't get yourself out of. So you have to speak up. You have to be heard. We all have a voice. Dr. King had a voice. We had to hear it. We hear politicians every day. We hear people do things on TV every day. And if we got to hear them, we know we can hear you because you were called to be a legend. You were called to be something great in life. Stop letting people tell you to be quiet. You have to use your tongue. You have to use your mouth. You have to speak your mind. Because if you don't, people will never see the greatness destined in you. People will never know who you really are if you keep quiet. You have to build your confidence and speak up and speak out. Because once you do that, you can succeed in anything you do. But you may say the wrong thing sometimes. You may get embarrassed what you say, but you learn from your mistakes. That makes you stronger. It makes you tougher. Because some of the most powerful people in the world are the ones that speak. They had a voice. You have to start letting people know who you are and let people know where you're going in life. But it starts with you. You have to tell yourself, I am somebody. I do have a voice. I am heard. Don't let no one ever discourage you of anything that you want to do in your life. Don't you ever let anyone tell you to be quiet. Don't you ever let anyone contradict or manipulate your destiny. Because if you do, you will never break out of that cocoon and be that beautiful butterfly that you were destined to be. I tell you this all the time. You are a legend in the making. And the only way you can become a legend is if you speak out. Stop being quiet. Let your voice be heard. Because there is greatness in you. You are a living legend. So let's shake the world and make history.